Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing world of corporate finance. And today we're diving into Diodes Incorporated's latest report. Let's just say the numbers on this call might leave you blinking a few times, so buckle up. Before we dive in, if you dig getting the real story behind these corporate filings without the jargon, hit that subscribe button. And hey, we've got a buzzing community over on Discord, linked in the description below, where we break this stuff down even further. Alright, so what we have here is a current report from Diodes Incorporated filed on the 12th of February 2026. The main event, a conference call held on the 10th of February, where the company talked about their financial results for the fourth quarter and the full fiscal year of 2025. Think of this as the company's official recap of how they performed financially and what they see coming up. Now, this report is filed under a section of US law that requires companies to keep investors in the loop about important company events. It's all about transparency, so we know what's going on. Diodes Incorporated, ticker symbol DIOD on the Nasdaq, is giving us the lowdown on their most recent financial performance. The big news is really about how they're using special financial terms that aren't strictly in line with what the accounting rulebook, generally accepted accounting principles or GAAP, typically uses. The company is explaining that they use these non-GAAP measures to help investors get a clearer picture compared to how things looked in the past. They believe these special measures give a better starting point for predicting what might happen financially down the road. Management uses these too, of course. They want to give investors the same tools they use to analyze the company's performance. They're clear though, these GAAP numbers are meant to be looked at in addition to the official GAAP results, not as a replacement. They might also be different from what other companies call similar things. The specifics of these measures and how they line up with GAAP are detailed in a press release from the 10th of February, which is also part of this filing. Importantly, the information in this section and its exhibits won't be treated as officially filed for certain legal purposes, meaning they aren't subject to the same strict liability rules under a particular section of the law. This part is about something called Regulation FD, which basically means companies have to share important news with everyone at the same time. In this case, the transcript from the 10th of February conference call also gives an update on the company's business outlook. They're saying this outlook is considered a forward-looking statement, which means it is a prediction about the future and comes with certain legal protections. Like those under the Private Securities Litigation Reform Act, this part too, like the previous section, is flagged as not being filed in the same way as other parts of the report, meaning it doesn't automatically get incorporated into other legal documents unless specifically mentioned. Now we get to the good stuff, the exhibits. This first one, Exhibit 99.1, is the actual transcript of that earnings conference call held on the 10th of February. This is where all the details about the financial results and the business outlook are discussed by the top people at Diodes Incorporated. So let's peek into what was said. Gary Yu, the President and Chief Executive Officer, Brett R. Whitmire, the Chief Financial Officer, Emily Yang, Senior Vice President of Worldwide Sales and Marketing, and Gurmeet Dhaliwal, Vice President of Corporate Marketing and Investor Relations, were all on this call. They discussed the fourth quarter and the full fiscal year 2025 financial results. As per the transcript, the company reported their fourth quarter and full year 2025 results. While the specific numbers aren't laid out in this particular section of the 8K, the fact that they're discussing these results means we should look for the key takeaways. Typically on these calls, executives highlight revenue growth or contraction, profit margins, any changes in operating expenses, and future guidance. For the fourth quarter of 2025, the company's performance as presented in the transcript will show us if they met or exceeded expectations. Were sales up or down compared to the previous year or the previous quarter? How are their profit margins looking? Are they spending more or less on things like research and development or marketing? These are the questions the transcript helps answer. Moving on to the full fiscal year 2025, the transcript will give us the big picture. Did Diodes Incorporated have a strong year overall? Did they achieve their strategic goals? Were there any major surprises or challenges that impacted their full year performance? The discussion about non-GAAP measures is crucial here. These often include things like adjusted earnings, per S-hair, or adjusted operating income, which excludes certain one-time costs or gains. The company is using these to paint a picture of their underlying operational strength, separate from accounting complexities. For instance, if they have a significant restructuring charge, excluding that from a non-GAAP measure would show a potentially healthier operating profit. But it's our job to see if those adjustments are truly reflective of ongoing business health or if they're masking underlying issues. The transcript also provides insights into their business outlook. This is where they guide investors on what to expect in the coming quarters and the next fiscal year. Are they anticipating growth, stability, or a downturn? What are the key drivers they expect to influence their future results? This is usually where you find information on market trends, product demand, and any new initiatives. And finally, the report is signed off by Brett R. Whitmire, the Chief Financial Officer, dated the 12th of February 2026. This signifies the official submission of the report to the Securities and Exchange Commission, looking at Diodes Incorporated's latest report. It seems they're trying to give investors a clearer view of their operational performance, especially through their use of non-GAAP financial measures. The conference call transcript, which is a key exhibit here, is where the real story lies. It's where the management team discusses the nuts and bolts of their fourth quarter and full fiscal year 2025 results. While the specific numbers aren't detailed in the 8K itself, a deep dive into that transcript would reveal whether Diodes has actually grown its revenue, how healthy its profit margins are, and what cost controls they've put in place. The focus on non-GAAP results suggests they want to highlight their core business's profitability, potentially smoothing over any one-time financial bumps. This is a common strategy, but it's important to remember that GAAP numbers provide the full, standardized picture. The business outlook mentioned is also a critical piece if they're projecting strong growth. It suggests confidence in their products and market position. If they're more cautious, it could point to upcoming challenges or a maturing market. For investors, this outlook is as important as the past results, as it sets expectations for future returns. In my view, Diodes Incorporated is walking a fine line. They're using financial tools to present their performance in the best possible light, which is standard practice. However, the real strength of the company will be revealed by the substance of those non-GAAP figures and the long-term trends underlying their revenue and profit generation. Are they truly innovating and capturing market share, or are these results just a reflection of broader economic conditions? The transcript will be crucial in answering that. The company's direction seems to be focused on demonstrating predictable and sustainable earnings. Their strength lies in their ability to communicate effectively with investors and provide a clear narrative around their financial performance. A notable risk could be reliance on specific markets or technologies that might face disruption. An opportunity might lie in expanding into new product categories or geographic regions. Ultimately, Diodes Incorporated appears to be navigating the current economic landscape by focusing on operational efficiency and clear communication. While the use of non-GAAP measures requires careful scrutiny, the company's willingness to engage in detailed discussions about its results suggests a commitment to transparency. Alright, that's our breakdown of Diodes Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives, and don't forget to check out the Discord community in the description for more great discussions. Thanks for watching, see you next time.